Well, people tell me that I'm involved and quite lucky. They'd say I'd fall in the Clyde and come out with a salmon. Being homeless is probably one of the best things that's happened to me.
August of last year saw Scotland victorious in the Homeless World Cup in Copenhagen. For their coach, 27-year-old David Duke, it was the latest highlight of an ongoing journey that began 5 years ago when he was living in Govan in Glasgow. David had his whole life ahead of him. He had a job, a place to live, a girlfriend, and a father whom he idolised. But then, disaster struck.
I hadn't really seen my dad for a while, and all of a sudden he died, and I kind of didn't take it the right way. I kind of blocked everything out, and all of a sudden I just found myself just going on a total binge, giving up my job, losing my flat, and splitting up with my girlfriend, and as a result I ended up on the streets type thing. You know?
The streets of Govan used to be a byword for deprivation and poverty, an area hit by shipyard closures during the 70s and 80s.
I was staying with mates, staying in like their couches and stuff like that, but there was sometimes I couldn't, so I'd find myself out walking the streets all night. The only option I had was really go and stay with my family, which I didn't really want to because I'd kind of fell down and I didn't want people to say, oh, we'll help you. I wanted to do it myself.
Such stubbornness would prove to be the catalyst that would put a stop to David's steady decline into a life fuelled by drink.
So I went over to the James Shields project, which is a homeless project for 16 to 25-year-olds, and it was there I found out about the Homeless World Cup. There was an advertisement in the big issue seen by one of the staff in there, and they encouraged me to go along. And just by going down to the football, started to lift my confidence again, and before I knew it I was selected. And then I went to Sweden, played in the Homeless World Cup.
Getting involved with the Homeless World Cup was just the focus David needed. One of the tournament's ambassadors is Manchester United legend Eric Cantona, a maverick whose game was based not just on skill, but was played from the heart.
I know that all the team, all the players, all the coaches worked hard for a few months to be here. So to me, that's the most important thing, to wake up every day in the morning with a goal. That's amazing.
Former Rangers player Ali Dawson was David's first coach with the Scottish homeless side.
When I first met David, you could see he had a little bit of ability, but he was a larger-than-life character. And when you're away with people, you want people like that on board. From then on, his focus was, I want to do something here, and it's really come on from there.
The idea for the Homeless World Cup, now in its 5th year, was the brainchild of fellow Scot Mel Young.
When you're homeless, you are very alone and isolated. And then, you know, you get part of a team, so you're part of something. And then you realise that there's this problem of homelessness all over the world. You're not alone. It's not your fault. There's other people there. And you can make contacts and you can create change yourself. And I think psychologically it makes a big difference.
David has rediscovered hope, a new purpose in life, and one which he is sharing with others who find themselves in a similar situation.
If it wasn't for football, I don't know, I'd probably just been stuck. Now I'm involved in football. I teach kids football. I do community stuff with the Homeless World Cup. It's been fantastic, you know.
David is an example of somebody who's made that journey. He's really transformed, and now he's putting a lot back in by getting other homeless people now involved. And I think that we're now beginning to say we're having a major impact in terms of people's lives, and David's just one of them. But as a Scot, to watch Scotland win something, and David was the coach, that moment will always live with me. It's incredibly special.
He's managed to focus on something. He's sustained that focus. His life has been totally turned around.
Football is more than a game because it's got power to transform people's lives.